Derek.
Hey everybody, how are you tonight?
Great.
Just waiting for a couple more. Let's see if I can get, let's see. Tamara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to get started in just a minute here. How are you, James? I see you're on here too.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Feels like it should be Friday already. All right, I'm going to jump right into it, and then people can get on as they come, so they know the time. So we're just going to get started. So hey, all my fellow salon entrepreneurs, welcome tonight to tonight's training. Tonight we're going to go over web design number 3 and the intro to funnels, sales funnels. We're going to be using Tamara's site tonight as the example site to work on. We started working on it, and she's got some questions. So some of these you might have seen in the other trainings. Some you may have not, but we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to work on her site for a little while. And then we are going to jump into the introductory on how to set up marketing funnels. So a lot of stuff to go on tonight. So it's going to be pretty fast paced, and then we'll take some questions afterwards. So I'm just going to mute everybody for now except Tamara, because she's going to ask me questions for us. And then we'll go over her stuff, and then we'll go together. Yeah. Tamara, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so let me share my screen with you, and we'll go right into your site.
Okay.
Okay, there is your website. Can everybody see? Can you see the site? Tamara?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So it's kind of going to be you and I one-on-one. The
Okay.
others are listening. Right? The others are listening right now, but I have them muted. Okay. So
Yes.
we're going to go through it right from the beginning. So I obviously logged into your site because this is your toolbar at the top. I'm already logged in through the WP-admin, the same as you've been logging in. So we'll start right at the beginning. So tell me what you're struggling with on the top here.
On the top right, I would like to add the membership button.
Okay, in the menu or here?
Hold on, let me see if I can move that little block.
You don't need to move anything. Just tell me where you would like me.
No, I moved
Put
you
it-
away so I can see the screen. The one on the top right where it says services, products, over there. Can I add memberships?
Can you put a tab for memberships to bring them down to the membership area of the website is what you're asking?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So here's how you would do that. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for where the memberships are. Do you have a section for the memberships yet?
No, I do not.
Okay, so let's create that section first. Okay, so we're going to go into Visual Builder. Just like we went over last night, whenever we want to make a change on the front end, we go into Visual Builder. And then we're going to go all the way down to where we want to put the memberships. Usually after the pricing is a good area to put the memberships. Probably right here, I would probably put them, like in between here.
Okay.
Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay. So what we do is we're going to add a new section, right? So we hit the plus arrow to add a new section. It's going to ask us what kind of section we want to add. We'll add a regular section for right now. We can change that if we need to. Okay. It's going to ask us what that section should look like. For right now, we'll just do a single column. You can add more columns underneath this, but we'll make this like the title area, right? Where you can put your memberships underneath it. So we're going to add a regular column. Then it's going to ask us what we want to put in that column. We're going to put text. So we'll go to text, right? It gave us some sample text already, but we're going to go in here and we're going to change it. We highlight it in our box, and we're going to type the okay, so we're making that memberships. As you see it, put it right here. We're going to center it to make it a heading, and we're going to change it from a paragraph to a heading text. Change it to heading 2, right there. Now we can start adding our memberships under that, okay? Now, when we want to bring people from the menu up here to this section, this is called the dynamic link or a one-page web design. You can add another web page that's called memberships, but if you want to do it on the home page, you have to be able to have it where if they click the menu, it automatically scrolls down there. So this takes a little bit of an advanced kind of skill. Not that hard though. So here's your memberships. So for this section, we want when somebody presses memberships up here, which we'll put, for it to come all the way down to this section quickly, right?
Yes.
So we're going to add the memberships. Now we're going to link it. We're going to go to advanced. We're going to go to CSS class. This is, we'll call it, whatever you want to call it. It's special stuff. So kind of custom stuff. So in the CSS, we're going to call this memberships. And we're going to save that for the ID. So we've ID'd this area as memberships, right? Through that custom coding. Now we're going to go to the main menu. First, we have to save so we don't lose this. So we click the purple, then we go over to the right, hit the save button. And we're going to go into our menus now. So we go back to the main dashboard. You can either go into the dashboard and find it, or you can just click here where it says menus. So we'll just click menus. Menus are your items at the top, okay?
Yes.
So we are going to create a custom link in there. So these are the ones that we already have there. And in this case, we're going to get rid of this one. We'll leave it for now just to show. So we're going to go to custom links, okay? We're going to create one called menu. Memberships, I'm sorry. And the URL for it, we're going to do pound. It has to be the pound sign, and then memberships, all lowercase. And we can fix this if we've messed it up. It's not a big deal. So link text, obviously, what that means is what is the menu going to show? What is it called? The URL is where it's taking you to. If it's taking you to another web page, you're going to have the web page name. If it's taking you to a custom link, it's usually pound sign, creates a dynamic link inside of the site. We'll call it a bookmark, some people call it. And we're going to hit add to menu, okay? It added it here, okay? But we don't want it there, obviously, right? We want it in a different spot. So we're going to drag it up and put it under next to services, okay? We're going to put our team before products. That looks pretty good. The test button, we're going to get rid of this. So we're just going to go down here and say remove. And we're going to go to the right here and save our menu. Remember, anytime we make a change, we want to hit save. Save menu. Now we're going to go back to the site and check it out, make sure it works. And you'll see it in the menu now. See it here?
Yes.
Okay, now let's see if the link works. And look, took us right down to that area. So now when you put all your membership information under here, it's going to take the person right to that area. If you notice right now, your other links aren't working, and that's just because right now you're on a temporary site. So what it's doing is it's taking us to actually inside of my website for right now, because yours is built on the back end of mine until it goes live. So if we wanted to change that, though, we could go right here, right? We could go in here, see where it's services. We could go into Enable Visual Builder. And we're going to fix these menu items quickly. So we have services there, okay? So we're going to come down here. We're going to go to where the services are, right? Here we go, services menu. We're going to go in here, the settings. We're going to come over to advanced, like we did on the last one. We're going to go into CSS classes. And see, there's no link there because right now it's on a generic site. So we're going to put one in there, though, and we're going to call this services. Okay, we're going to hit the check mark. And we're going to save our changes. And we're going to go back to the menus again. And we're going to go to services. So it has the custom link. We're going to get rid of all that. And we're just going to put pound services. And we're going to save our menu. And then we're going to test it. Anytime we do something, we do one thing at a time. We test it to make sure it's working after it's saved so we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. So we'll test services now. So let's click that link. And it takes us right down to the services menu. Check the memberships again. Takes us right to the membership area. Okay. So
Yes.
pretty easy. Now we have to do our team, products, and contact us. If you want, I'll do one more, and then you can kind of, you know what, I'll do them all while I have you on. I can do them quicker. I'm going to do them all and break my own rule because I do this often, so we get them all done for the purpose of speeding things up, okay? So again, enable Visual Builder. Next one's going to be our team. So we look for the section that's our team, and right here, okay? We're going to fix a couple things on here quickly.
Yeah, a couple things.
No, it's okay. It's quite all right, and I want to show you how to do it while I'm on here, right? So we have our team. That's the content. Okay, that's the link, design, the layout. We're going to do the orientation is left right now. We want to set it to center. Okay, this way it's centered.
Okay.
You set it up well, though. You have your button, your drop-down button. Okay, scroll down icon. You can change the color there. You can play around with that. But that's good for right now. Now we're going to go into advanced. And we're going to do the same thing. Our CSS class, we're going to give it an ID of our team. Now, when you do these, they have to be all one word and they have to be lowercase. So we named it our team. Don't worry about it saying there's a typo. So now we're going to save this like we always do. Okay, that's saved. Now we're going to find, next one is products. So we'll find the products areas. All right, so you're going to list out your products, I'm assuming, under here, correct?
Yes, I was also trying to work on that picture, but that didn't.
That's fine. So let's, once you put another section in between these two, and we can do that right now, and I'll do that. We'll put a demo picture just to break these up, okay?
Okay.
So let's go in here, our products, let's design it. The layout, let's move it, let's orientation center. That looks good. Scroll down's good. Okay, we're going to put a link in here quickly while we're in here, CSS class. We'll call it our products, all lowercase. Okay, we're going to save it. And we're going to save our changes. And right below this, we're going to add a section. New module, let's see. It's asking us, I'm just trying to think what I want to put in here. Bear with me a second. Okay, so we got to split these up a hair. So let's add some padding to this first. So I added a little length on there, we'll call it. Now we're going to add a new module. These are all full width. Trying to think what I want to put in here though. Don't know if I want to put a full width. I don't think I want to put a full width in there. And sometimes when you're designing, this is what you're going to run into. A little bit of playing around with things to kind of decide what you want to put in different areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of these, put it here quickly, and I'm going to add a, for right now, we'll just add text just to make it easier to space everything out. We're going to leave that there. We're going to grab this text. We're going to drag it up. Hopefully it'll allow me to. Doesn't seem to be behaving. Remember what I said earlier? Sometimes you run into problems where spacing just doesn't play out in this one, and sometimes you have to go in the back end and play around with it. So we're going to do that quickly. I'm going to move that text module in between these two sections. So I'm going to save my work for now. Then I'm going to go into edit the page up top. This is the backend editor, not the visual editor. And sometimes this helps you when you want to drag, like last week, Paula had asked me, oh, I can't move sections around. They're getting in the way. And that happens sometimes. So sometimes you have to go into the back end, right? And you have to know what that section is. So in this case, we're looking for what we just did. And that sometimes that in itself can be a little bit of a headache. I'm going to guess it's here, but section, products, content section, products header section, team header section. So here they are right here. These are the two I was playing around with, the products header and the team header. Those were the two that you built, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to move this text in between them, or this row in between them. So I'm going to hopefully be able to do that. This behaves itself, and it doesn't look like it's going to. No, it's not because of these two sections. So let's just check something here. So I'm just going to add a regular section in between on here. So if you noticed in the other one, I couldn't do this. I only had the black one to add into the section. On this one, I now have, I can add a regular section. So I'm going to add a regular section. And we're just going to add a row. And I'm going to get out of there. And I'm going to grab this text section. Let me just make sure it's blank text first. So I hit the settings for it to look at what it is. No, that's not. So we're going to leave that one there. And for this row, I'm just going to add some text in there for now. And it's going to put the sample text in, which is fine. I'm going to check it off. And we're going to save our work, which is up here on this one. Of course, all these photo thingies are in the way. We're going to move them. I guess we'll move them down here for now. And we're going to update, which is save. Then we're going to go back into the front end and look at what we have going on between those two sections. Just waiting for it to update. There it goes. Now we'll go view page. Let's go down where that was. So right now it's still not showing anything. So we're going to purge the cache. See if it made the change. It may not have. And this is the stuff you fight with, right? And it didn't. Where it put the text was below it. and we want the text in between it.
In between,
So,
yeah.
so we're going to try and force it again. And this is, this is what I said last week. It's not a perfect science, and if you run into these things, sometimes it's the visual builders that do it, and I might have to jump in and help you. I may even have to put it in with code, which is a little bit of a pain, but see, we have all this dead section now right here. Here's where it went. It went right here. So we want to see if this will move. And it's still not allowing it. So we're going to try something different. We're going to try and move this one above it. And it's not allowing that either. Oh, maybe it did. May have. And it did. So instead of moving the text in between, I moved the other one into here. So now we have that section in here, and we're going to put some content in there. And this is the area for your products.
Got it.
Now that's it. So if we wanted to change this around, we could also change it around. Remember what we talked about? Like, let's say we wanted to have 3 columns of products. We just go right here, change the column structure, and we could come up here and we could say, okay, give us 3 columns. Now we could take this first column, move it to the center for now, and you have the other 2 columns on the sides. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Same thing with our team. We don't need this text here where I had put it. We'll get rid of that for right now. We're going to get rid of this, change the spacing. Still have some crazy spacing going on here. Get rid of this. And now we have your picture up there, but we have 3 columns. So let's change the column structure around a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Single column.
Yeah.
And now it took your whole bio and spread it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks a little bit better.
Yes.
You could change that spacing a little bit if you wanted. The padding and things, you can play around with that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Follow us on Instagram. Do you have an Instagram yet?
Yes, I think I attached it if I did it correctly.
Okay. So let's look at that. So let's save our work so we don't mess this up. Save. Okay. We're going to go in here. We're going to go to the dashboard. And we're going to go down to the Instagram feed. And let's see, create and edit, create a widget. Let's look at this. You did not yet.
Okay.
So let me look this up quickly. What is it under, your Instagram?
Dazzling Skin.
And that's your Instagram. So
Yes.
all we're going to do is copy the link up here for anybody else that's doing this also. So we'll copy the Instagram link. Then we'll go back to the website. And in here, we're going to edit this. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to edit the Your Salon that I have on there. And we're going to change that from behind the chair to whatever it is. Okay, so let's X out of that. Let's paste our Instagram feed there. Let's hit apply. Should upload your Instagram. We'll take a look at it to make sure it worked. Change the name here. And we'll come down here and we're going to hit save. And now we have the Instagram feed. Let's just make sure it's working properly. And I have nothing on there for some reason. Very strange. I've never seen that happen. You have pictures on yours, right?
Yeah.
Check. Yeah. Okay, let's check that locations. Did it copy it? Let's do it again. Copy.
I know it's, when I do it, it's a dazzling underscore skin underscore, if I normally type it out.
That should work. That's normally how we do
Okay.
it. And it is not loading. You know your at
Yes.
username? What is it? At what?
At-
Dazzling Skin?
Yes, dazzling underscore skin underscore.
Dazzling Skin.
Yeah, and underscore again, right there. Yeah.
Okay. There it is. What was happening is I had to purge the cache. It was getting hung up on the old stuff. That's yours? Yes, obviously.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
now it's on the back end, but now we need to get it on the front end, right? So we save it, and you're going to see a little code here. So you see this code, short code. We copy that, right, with the copy button. Then we go back out to the main site. And we enable the visual builder again. And we go down to that area. Right here, follow us on Instagram. So we need to add that code, right? The system doesn't know what it wants right now. So we have to say, okay, we're gonna add a section. Below, follow us on Instagram. We hit that. We're going to add a section. We're going to add a row, a single row. It's going to ask us what we want to add. In this case, we're going to add code. We hit code, and we go in here, and we're going to paste that code that we copied from the other spot right there. That's the code. We're going to save it. Okay, we did that. Now we're going to come back up here to our team. I got to make sure we added the code to bring us to that section from the header. So we'll go to advanced. Our team is in there. That's good. Now we need products. We're going to check that one. I think that one was above it here. So we're going to add that code. We're going to go into advanced. Our products, that's done. And the last one, contact us. So the contact us should be down the bottom all the way. Usually is. There's so many spots on here for a client to contact that they don't really have to do that, but obviously it's always easy to do that. And in this case, you know, we can come down here and link one of these where all the contact information is. So we're just going to do this. We're going to grab this whole box. And we're going to make this the contact area. So we go to gear, advanced, same thing, plus ID. We're going to call it contact us. And we're going to check and save that. We're going to save it here. Now we're going to exit out of the visual builder to check and make sure everything is working. And then we'll go back in and fix those links in the menu. Okay, so we're going to go down, make sure the stuff we did There's the gap for products. Team. Instagram is now here. I don't like this layout necessarily. I mean, if that's the layout you want, you can have it. I tend to like a full width layout.
Okay, how does that look?
So let's do it. Let's change that to full width. And this way you can see the difference in what it looks like. So we're going to go to the settings of that section. We're going to go to design, sizing, make this full width, and we're going to use a custom gutter width of 1 pixel. And we're going to hit it, check it, and we're going to save it, and then we're going to look at what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to exit, take a look. And now that's what it looks like. Now you get kind of a whole screen effect no matter what you're on. Phone.
Oh, I see.
It kind of matches these, so it gives it a little bit of a better look.
Okay.
Okay. Now we want to change we're going to fix the menu quickly while we're here. So we'll go to menus. We're going to fix these links so it takes us where we need to be. Services we already did. Memberships we already did. Our team we have to do, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to change it to pound our team. That's our link. Now we're going to do products, same thing. And then we're going to go to contact us, same thing. And then we're going to save the menu. And we're going to test them. Visit the site. So let's check it out. Our team. Boom, takes us to our team. Products. Not working, so we have to fix that. Contact us is working. So we have to fix the product section. So, which means that the link in products is not done. So our products, so we go into Visual Builder. That's why you always test things after you do the changes, right? So it might not have saved one of the changes that we had done. And after the site's done, you go through it, you have somebody else go through it, you look at it, you know, make sure everything's working. So we're going to go back into the settings for that section. Advanced classes. That's why I named it products. It's called our products. So we're going to just change it to products. Because that's what I named it in the menu.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't working. So little things like that, surprisingly enough, make a huge difference. So we'll save that. We're going to exit out of the Visual Builder. We're going to purge our cache, just so no old stuff is saved. And we're going to go check it, products, and it's now working. Check the other ones, our team, contact us, memberships, services. So everything's working now. Okay?
Yeah.
So that was bad, right? Pretty easy.
True.
Now let's go down through other stuff. So we have this. You have to put in a review site, and we can grab one. I'll work on you with that for you to grab your reviews. Our services. Okay. Looks good.
I have a question with the services right there. how do I make, for example, like that facial wax services, how do I make that green box like the other ones?
So let's take a look at it. So right here, the body, these
Yeah,
sections.
like all those, yeah. Can I make them also the green?
Yeah, let me look at the coding and then I can tell you.
Okay.
It's been a while since this was done, so. So basically, these have headings. See, this doesn't have a heading. This has a heading. That has a heading. These just don't have headings, so you got to put them in. So normally when you look at something like that, all you have to do is go in here and look at the coding that's on it, okay? And you'll see right here, facials, right? So this one doesn't have necessarily that. This is the title for over here. This one doesn't have a larger heading box, we'll call it. And let's just see something. Okay. Design. And even just like anybody, I have to figure out where it came from, right? Where did that green come? So that's obviously body text, right? Now I'm just looking for where that is, and I do not see it. So I'm going to check something else. I don't see it in there either. Let's see, text. So that's a heading 3. So I'm just trying to look at what the heading is called and what the background is called. I'm trying to figure out where it's picking up those colors from. And we can work on this separately so we don't take all night.
Yes,
only
absolutely.
if I can't find it quickly.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because it's not showing the color in there. So let's just check one last spot. Title text. That said H3, correct?
Yes.
And default title text color, text size. Let's just see if it changes it. And it's not. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the coding. That's got to be background coding.
No problem.
Somewhere. So we'll take a look at that. Sometimes what it helps to do is if you just copy a section with, like if I wanted this to have the same look as this, all I have to do is copy this section and change the wording to this wording, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I should have done that. Yeah, I just copied and pasted whatever was already on there.
So if you copy and paste the one that has the color in it, what it's going to do is it's going to give you the colors, same colors.
Okay.
Okay. Probably when we design this site, there's probably some custom coding in here, and I can look at that quickly and I'll let you know. But let's see, it'll be in the customizer. Just out of curiosity, I'd like to see if there's any custom code in here, which I'm sure there is. That's probably what's doing it. Custom code is kind of the very, very complicated stuff. So CSS, oh yeah, there's a ton in here. That's where it's coming from. So I have to go in here and change that for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So while we have you on here, let's go through the rest of this page. straighten out a couple things that you don't like or you were having trouble with. First thing I would suggest is to grab this background photo if you have Photoshop and do a little editing on it. Because right now, if you look at it online, it says your salon name here. I would black that out or put your logo there in the picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up from some different pictures. I'm gonna download from the other girls because they have the nice of the storefront and everything.
Okay. In here, you got your book online buttons. Did you set these up yet?
I thought I did.
Okay, so let's take a look at that. So we are going to exit the visual builder quickly. Book now, we'll try that one first. Okay. Okay, looks good. Call now. That should be a call link. And I need to fix that for you.
Okay. Yeah, I just typed in my phone number.
Yeah, okay, so whenever you do a call now link, I'll show you what you do. It'll only work for mobile. On a desktop, it's going to ask you what app you want to open to call.
Oh.
Like Zoom or like, but that doesn't matter because most people are going to use mobile to do this now anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to edit it. Okay. So we're going to hit the edit button. We're going to figure out where those buttons are, right? So that's button 2, link text, call now. Okay. And then we got to find the links. So here's the links. So button 2 has the telephone number you type, but whenever you want somebody to call, you have to type in TEL, little exclamation, not exclamation, doohickey, I don't even, colon.
Yeah.
And then like that, okay? And then you save it. Because what it's doing is this is telling it to actually call from a telephone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay? And then we hit check. We're going to save. Now that's set to call now. Because it takes it from being just the numbers to actually being a link. Okay. See what clients say. We got to put your reviews in there, book an appointment online. Let's exit out of Visual Builder and check all these. See what it did. Yeah, see, if you were on a phone, it would work. On mine, it says pick an app to make a phone call. If I had a phone call app on here, it would make the call. Book online. Perfect. Oh, let's fix this. See, it literally takes, honestly, to get in and clean up a site that once you've gotten to this point, it'll take you a couple hours to rebuild the whole website with all this, since you already have these templates and stuff. Even to make changes is very easy. Once all the base is built, then you can do whatever you need to do when you want to do it. So we're going to do contact us. This is bad spacing, so we're just going to move it over, right? Do you have a call now button link here, I guess? Looks like it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I was trying to play around, but I guess it didn't work out well. Oh, it's a little black. I can't even see it. You see it?
Yeah, I'm going to change it right now. Telephone, okay, contact us. Now we're just going to get in here and we're going to do a couple things quickly. Oop. I boo-booed, I put it in the wrong spot. Button link text, so we want call now. So we're going to copy and cut this. We're going to put call now. link for that for the second button. Now we have that link in there. Then we're going to go into design and we're going to do a layout first. We're going to make it all centered. There we go. And there's our call now button. And if we wanted to change the call button coloring, we could do that just by going to the button. That's button 2.
Oh, that's how you did it. Okay.
And let's say we want to use a custom button. We're going to use button text color. We'll do white. Now, do we want to do white? Now we'll leave it like that. I kind of like the contrast.
Okay.
Looks clean on this background. It looks good. So that's where you would make those changes. Okay. So now we'll save that. That's all good. Let's change the spacing a little bit. Get rid of that gap. That's good. That's good. That's good. Get directions. Did you put your Google link in there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Follow us on Facebook. See what that is in there. Facebook page. Okay, design. Advanced. And we really don't want us to follow us on Facebook because we can put the follow widgets in there. You don't need that.
Yes.
Ditch that. And let's move these separate next to each other. So we're going to grab this just to make it look nicer. Change the spacing a little bit. Let's move this one down. Let's make this 2 columns. So whenever you're doing this stuff, you kind of want everything to look spaced nice and evenly, right? So we're going to drag this one down here. And it should be doing it, and it's not. There it goes. There we go. So that spaced that out a little nicer, right? Makes it look a little bit better.
Yes.
This is too tight. So this area, we're going to drag a little bit of a gap like that. There we go. And this one's too far apart, so we're going to change that spacing a little bit. There we go. There. And we'll save it.
And I have a question. On your website, should you always put down your cancellation policy, or is that something you don't want to have on your website?
You certainly can. A lot of people do.
Okay.
You know, it's nice information to have, right? And you can put a link anywhere in here and then create a separate web page. You might want to put right here a link for a cancellation policy.
Okay.
Just by doing this, right? You could go in here and you could say, okay, let's add another section. Let's add text. And I'll show you how to do this quickly. And it could be more than just your cancellation. It could be all your salon policies, right?
Yes.
And we'll make that, highlight it. We're going to center it. And we're going to make it bigger, obviously, so it can be seen. We'll do a heading 3. And we're going to click, we're going to turn it into a link. So what we do is whenever we want to highlight it, can't do it right now because we don't have a page, and I'll show you how to create a page, but we would highlight it like it's highlighted right here, and then we would add a link to it to make it like a web page link.
Oh, okay.
So what we do now, let's just save this and we'll create a page quickly, and I'll show you how to create a new page because I don't know if we went over that last week because most of the pages are created, but a lot of people want to know how to do that. So you go back up to your dashboard. You go into pages. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in here already. Like the blog is in here. You probably want to add a blog for SEO. And I'll show you how to do that in that section quickly. But right now we're going to do a policy, salon policies. So, right, so we see all these things that are in here. So we're just going to add a new page. We're going to name the page. So we got to name the page. Okay. We're not going to do any editing here. We're just going to hit publish, and that'll create the page. Okay. If we wanted to add it to our menu, we would drag it into our menu. If we don't want it in our menu, we don't add it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our menus, right? So go back up here. We're going to visit the site. And we're going to go into menus just to make sure we don't have it in there. And it did add it, see? So we don't want salon policies in our menu. We want it just as a page that gets linked to. So we're going to take it out of the menu, come over here, and we'll remove it from the menu. Okay, now it's not in our menu. We're going to save the menu. Now we'll go back to pages, all pages. We're going to look for that page, right? So salon policies, here it is. We're going to click it, take a look at it. Okay, this is the web address for it right here. So we're going to click that, and we're going to copy it. Copy link address, okay? Then we're going to go back to the main site, and we're just going to link that word that we created down the bottom to that page. So we'll go back into a visual builder, and then we'll go create that page, what the page looks like afterwards. Right now we're just creating kind of, we'll call it the structure, right? What's supposed to happen when all that happens. So we'll go down the bottom. It's the only problem with the Instagram, because it's code, it stretches it out really, really far. And salon policies. So we go into salon policies. We're going to highlight it. And we're going to click this here, insert a link. And we're going to paste that address that we copied for the web page. There it is, right?
Yeah.
That's this. If you want to change to what it displays, you can change it there. We don't have to. Target. If you wanted to open in another page, you can do that. So you can have it just go to that page, or you can have a new window open. I like to use new windows a lot, so a person doesn't have to keep going back. They can just hang up on the windows. So we'll just hit OK, and then we're going to check mark it, and we're going to save it, and then we're going to test it. So I'll exit the visual builder. We're going to go down to that spot and see it highlights. So we'll click it, and it took us to that page. Now that page isn't built yet. Now we want to build the page, right? So we hit Enable Visual Builder. It's going to ask us what we want to do. We'll say build from scratch. Okay, we're going to add a row. And we're going to go down and we're going to hit text. We'll highlight the top. We'll make it a header. Salon policies, and then you can put all your policies on this page. Okay?
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's our header, even though it's small, right? So the first thing we have to do is we have to highlight it. Then we're going to center it. Then we're going to make it a heading 1. There you go. And we're going to save it. Check mark. We're going to save the page. Save. We're going to drag this away, make it a little smaller. And we're going to add a new section with some text. Put this here. I'm just going to say, put your policies here. Okay?
Yeah.
Text. Actually, it says your content goes here. So you're all set to go.
Perfect.
Check.
Perfect.
Save. Now you have a salon policies page. Okay. So we're going to go back to the home page, which is always your little icon here. Okay. So what other changes did you have a problem making right now?
I was trying, my product picture. I know with Paula last week, you made it nicely how it was scrolling that whole picture. How do you, yeah, that one. How do I do that?
How do you what? Make it bigger?
Last week you did, I think the picture was a little bit bigger, how you, when you were scrolling down, you could see the full picture. Wasn't it something like that? Like the animation we were talking about,
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah, so that's parallax. You have it on parallax.
Oh,
It's just your size, your sizing is off right now. That's all. So if you see when I scroll, you're seeing it change a little bit. So all you have to do is you go into your Enable Visual Builder and just change the size of this. And that changing sizes, there's two ways to do it. You can just change them with settings, or you can manually go in and drag the size of the box, we'll call it. So right here, you can manually go in here and grab some of these settings. I don't know why it did that, but that's kind of weird. Kind of funky something going on with the picture itself. Let me check something. Yeah, there's something going on with the picture. Let's see, the image mode, text, total text, body text, subheading text, button text, sizing, content width, spacing. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in here with your site a little bit and mess around.
No problem.
There's something weird going on with the coding that it's not letting that resize. And normally you should be able to just drag the edges, like I have the mouse here. And
yeah, that's what I tried to do also.
I think I know what it is. Let me just do something here. That's something with the picture. All right, so I'll get in here for you and mess around with it. You do your other changes and I'll try and make that bigger for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have to go in and physically code it. Both of these, for some reason, are not allowing the drag handles. Normally that would stretch the picture and it's not. And I don't know why, but I'll get in there and I'll.
No problem. Yeah, I think you did everything that were my questions.
Okay. Okay, so you finished doing what you've got to do.
Okay.
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 And, any of the, putting your products in, finish your pricing, your memberships, that kind of stuff. And what I'll do is I'll jump in after you're done with that and I'll do the final cleanup for you and we'll get it live. Okay?
Exciting. Thank you so much.
Okay. So tonight, I would just jump in and let everybody off of mute first. And then we're going to talk about building funnels and answer some questions for the evening. Okay. Let me just figure out where my control panel is here. There it is. Okay, is everybody on?
Yeah.
Okay. How is everybody?
Good.
Okay, good, good. So obviously you couldn't talk while I was doing that. Hit me with questions for now, and then we're going to jump on to how to build a marketing funnel. Anybody? Questions?
I don't have any questions right now. It's
Okay.
definitely a lot more information than last week's as well. So that was a lot of cool stuff that you did tonight that you hadn't shown us yet.
Yeah, and you know what, Paul? That's kind of how it goes. That's why this was multiple lessons
Yeah.
of doing sites, because the best way to learn is to actually look over somebody's shoulder and see how it's done, right? Because
Yeah.
every website is unique to its own problems. So that's how you learn how to build. And that's why these videos are there for you. And we could do more of them. I don't have a problem doing more. If everybody's confused, we'll do a whole another week of this if everybody wants to. It's what everybody wants to do. I'm fine with that. Tonight, though, what I'd like to do secondarily is I'd like to go over what marketing funnels are and have homework for everybody for the first part of that, how to set it up. Because it's going to be probably three lessons on how to do it, and they're probably the most important lessons for your business, because if you learn how to do sales funnels, you'll bring in a lot of clients for a very little bit of a little amount of money. Okay? Everybody there? Tamara, Angelica, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
James?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So what web funnels are, okay, let me just pull up an example. I'll see if I have my little guy on my desktop here. Let's take a look. There he is. So I made this some time ago, okay? And I'll send this to you if everybody wants to see what it is, right? So the reason I did it like this is people call them a funnel, but to me, they kind of, for some reason, they just reminded me of a person, where the information comes in and what happens with it, right? So I call this my little Da Vinci man. So all the spots that you're going to get information from, in other words, where you're trying to get clients from or put information out to tease clients to come to you, they're all up here, right? You got your social advertisements like Facebook ads, things like that, your blog articles, people might read your blog articles, your social pages, okay, which is just, your regular posts on Facebook, stuff like that. Your website, obviously, because you're going to have a website pop up, which is the thing that pops up when people go off of your website. It says, hey, stop here and get this offer before you leave us, right? You could do video webinars if you wanted to, and it might be a webinar on how to blow dry your own hair and collect clients' information from that, right? And then you could do email campaigns, sending out email blasts or text message, whatever it is. These are all the things we use to get them to come to us, okay? Once we give them that information, we have to collect that information, okay? So, in other words, if you want to see this, I want your name, email, and phone number, okay? A lot of people are shy about getting the phone number. Don't be shy about asking for a phone number. If they're not willing to give you their phone number, then they're never going to become your client anyway. So you want to get as much information as you can, okay? So where do we take them? Take them to, we'll call it the head, the brain, right? The brain is landing pages. Landing pages, that's the spot that the information goes to and gets stored, right? They have to go somewhere. So we're going to take them from a website or advertisement or whatever into a landing page. What a landing page is a secret page inside your website that collects their name, email, and phone number. That's all it does. It's only there for people that are coming off of one of these other platforms, not for everybody else to see. So that's what makes it good, because it's secret, right? So you have a way of collecting data from not Joe Schmo in the public. You're now collecting data from the specific things that you do up here, okay? When you get that data, right, they're either going to call and make an appointment, or they're going to ask for more information, okay? The next thing that happens is you want to bring them into the sales funnel. The sales funnel is, okay, I got their data now. What do I do with it? Well, you're going to put it in your email platform. You're going to send them a coupon, right? And at the same time, it's going to upload that data into a Google Sheet so that your front desk or you as the owner, whoever is doing this, is going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Paula, I saw you downloaded our coupon for 50% off, and I'm calling you to get you in for your first appointment with us, right? So now we personalize the whole funnel, okay? At that point, you're going to then follow up with, okay, did they make an appointment? We're going to update the Google Sheet, right, that they made an appointment, or update the Google Sheet that they didn't make an appointment and I have to call them again. Okay, so that's a brief overview of how this works. I'll show you some quickly, just so you know. So Mary Beth Burns, I don't know if any of you know who she is. She runs is a salon of the year, many years. I coach her. She also is the head of education for Head Shape Matters, and I'm sure some of you have heard of Head Shape Matters, the big cutting education company. So anyway, we do hers, right? So in the last couple of weeks, this is her Google Sheet. So this sheet you'll have for yourselves. It'll be for you only, your personal sheet. This is hers, okay? This is the last 2 weeks of information. Let me just get out of here. So this sheet, what it does is it sends the information right into the sheet, who filled out a form somewhere that we need to contact. Okay, so name, address, and phone number. I mean, name, email, and phone number. That's the information you want, so we can email them. We can call them from the front desk. When you call them, you can write a note. This is the source. This is where this person came from. Did they come from ad or whatever? Okay. Put the date of the last contact. In other words, when you last called them. The notes of what happened. Did you book an appointment? Do you have to call them back? The employee that actually did it, or it's you than you. Okay? So this is the final step that in the funnel that you get. This is what makes it personal. It takes it from you waiting around for somebody to come in on a Facebook ad that they clicked your advertisement, downloaded your coupon, and you don't know if they're ever going to come in, to allowing you to make that personal contact with them and say, hey, Paula, I'm calling you for the first appointment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And why do we want personal connection? Because marketing is all about getting to the personal level. It's about, you know, you're going to the bar and you see them and they look great and you might be interested. That's Facebook, right? Then they gave you the phone number. They gave you their phone number for maybe going on a date. That's the second step. The third step is actually calling them. So we have all those steps to make that connection, and they're all right here. And I really want you to always remember that marketing is exactly like dating. We've all been through it, but it's exactly like dating, whether it's getting married or whatever. It's the same thing. You're trying to create a relationship. Now, most of these people already have a relationship with another salon. So it's your job to look so good and be so easy that you break up their relationship to create one with your salon. Funny analogy. I don't hear any laughs. That's better. That's better. Everybody's awake. Okay. All right. So that's the final step. So the first step to doing that, though, is building a landing page, right? So remember we talked, that's a private page inside your website, right? So we're going to use the same website we've been working on, okay? We're going to go back in here, and I'm going to show you the tool that you have available to all of you. And if it's not in your site, just let me know and I'll install it. It should be in there, but you go into your dashboard, okay? And you're going to go down to the bottom here, and you're going to see a thing called Thrive. Let me move this out of the way. Come on, stupid thing. I'll minimize it. There we go. You should see one called Thrive. Thrive dashboard is your marketing dashboard, okay? So the first thing you're going to go is you're going to go into Thrive dashboard. And the first step to setting this stuff up is connecting your email program with Thrive, okay? Now, most of you probably don't even have an email marketing program. Do any of you have one right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. Paula?
Not really, no. I mean, I collect through Rosie, but that's about it.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different. So yeah, you have two good choices I'm going to explain. Okay. One is the one I use. That's this one. It's called Active Campaign. Okay. I use the more expensive version, obviously. You can get into this for $9 a month if you want to pay for one. Okay. If you want a free one up to 2,000 contacts, you can do Mailchimp. I've got plenty of clients that do this. Okay. You go into Mailchimp and you're going to sign up for the free program, which allows you up to 2,000 contacts. After you go to 2,000, then you have to start paying. Okay. Generally speaking, though, 2,000 contacts is more than enough because you're not going to use these for your existing clients. You're going to use them for potential new clients. Your existing clients are going to go into your salon marketing program. These are programs to get clients that haven't been with you yet, right? So if you want to sign up, what you do is you jump in here and you sign up for this, okay? The next step, when you sign up for Mailchimp and or Active Campaign, okay? Those are both marketing platforms. So that's going to be your first set of homework. Sign up for an email marketing program, whether it's the free one, Mailchimp, or whether it's the $9 version here, okay? Sign up for one of them.
Okay.
When you do that, then you're going to connect it to your website. So in this case, I'm going to actually, instead of connecting it to Tamara's, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you what it looks like on mine. So give me 1 second here. Let me log into my website. Okay, so I'm logged into mine. So I'm going to go to the back end of it, dashboard, and I'm going to go down to what we talked about, that Thrive themes, right? So this is after you sign up for your email account, okay? I'm also going to log into my email account at the same time. I'll log into, I have both Mailchimp and Active Campaign. So let me log in for my Mailchimp account. Hopefully I remembered the password. And I did. Okay, so I am now logged into the free Mailchimp account. Okay, so after you sign up, you're going to come into Mailchimp. This is Mailchimp. This is what it's going to look like when you're in your free account. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a list. Okay. And they've changed this from lists to audiences now. How nice. Shows how often I go in here, right? So you're going to create an audience, right? And this is where you're going to manage everything, your contacts, everything. View audiences, I'm going to go into audiences. And I've hit my audience limit, okay? But these are the different audiences I've created, okay? In your case, you're going to create an audience. And the reason you're creating an audience or a list is because when somebody comes from one of your landing pages, we need to tell them what email list we want to put that person on, okay? So once you do that, the next step is you're going to go back into your website and you're going to connect your Thrive to it. So you go into Thrive, you go to your Thrive dashboard. Okay. You're going to go to this spot where it says API connections. And you're going to manage connections. And you're going to connect to Mailchimp. Okay? I'm going to delete my Mailchimp for now just to show you what it looks like to connect it, right? So I deleted my Mailchimp. So you won't have it here. It'll say add a new connection. You're going to say add a new connection. It's going to ask you what you want to connect to. So in this case, you want to connect to Mailchimp, right? So we're going to find Mailchimp, wherever it is. There it is. And it's going to ask for an API key. We're going to go back to Mailchimp. And we're going to go under our name. And we're going to go to account. And we're going to go into extras. And we're going to click API keys. And don't worry about what it means. Just do it, right? Okay, and down here we're going to create have a bunch already, but create your own. You'll say create an API. Once you create that key, right here, you can assign a label to it. We're going to call mine test. Okay. Now we're going to copy that API key. And we're going to put it over in our Thrive. We go back in there. We're going to go to the API. Oh, I'm in the wrong website. I almost hooked up with the camera.
Yes.
We're going to go back into our website, and remember where I said it says Mailchimp Connect API key. So we're just going to click here, and we're going to paste that API key in there, and we're going to hit connect, and it's going to let you know if it connects. See, connection ready, done. So now it's connected to Mailchimp. So now when I eventually go to the next step, I'll show you what it means. It's going to ask us, now that it's talking to Mailchimp, what list we want to put people in when we build a landing page. Okay? So that's your homework for tonight, aside from the web lesson, is to set up your email account, okay, like the steps I showed, and then connect it with Thrive in the APIs.
Okay.
Everybody got that? Okay, that's it for tonight's lesson. I don't want to get too far ahead because your heads will explode. So there's a lot tonight. So does anybody have any questions for me before we call it a night?
No, I think we just got to try it out, and next week we'll see what has happened.
Maybe next week.
No, it's exciting. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
If you break it, it can be fixed. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Also, I want to see you guys sharing information with each other inside the group. I don't see anybody talking anymore. Take a minute and talk to each other. Ask questions. Post videos, whatever it takes, right? Also, your action intention sheets. I hope everybody is using them on a regular basis, whether it's for this stuff or even for your regular stuff at your salon. Okay?
Right.
So let's get all this stuff done and let's stay on it. The more we stay focused on a regular basis, by the end of this year, I promise you, you'll be rocking it. You'll be making a lot of money.
You better.
Okay. No, it's not me. I remember the old saying, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink, right? So it's my job to make you take action, okay? I'm giving you the tools. Now I have to have you take action.
We're doing it.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. And remember, if you need me, I'm here.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Derek.
Derek. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.